Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ultra Chill. On this week's episode, we have with us Gabriel Martinez, who is Ultra Arena's new tournament coordinator. We'll be talking about the launch of Ultra Arena, which happens on August 8th, his history within the esports ecosystem, some of the goals that we all have for Ultra Arena, and the effect that we hope that it's going to have on Ultra's ecosystem. It's a really great episode, so let's get to it. Welcome to the show, Gabriel Martinez.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Before we really dig in, can you give us a quick profile of your background and how you came to be at Ultra as our tournament coordinator?
Yeah, sure. So since I was a teen, I had, a lot of passion of competitive gaming. I started working at my university, hosting some smaller events, helping with anything I could. After that, when I turned 19, I started working for Riot Games in their professional league here in Mexico City. And I was there for 6 years almost. I did some cool stuff. I traveled through Latin America, hosting some finals. After that, I also host one of the biggest, you know, esports competition in the world, which is League of Legends World's Championship here in Mexico City too. Uh, and after that, I'm here, I guess. Very happy and pretty excited to be part of Ultra.
You're helping Ultra Arena ramp up its tournaments, and we're getting close to launch. And I think even as of today of recording, we've announced publicly that it's going to be launching on August 8th. So let's talk a bit about what you've been doing. What does that mean?
I've been with Ultra, like a month so far, less than 2 months right now. So, my first goal was to get to know the community. So that's what we host some pre-launch tournaments to see how the community behaves and all. I'm actually genuinely surprised on how loyal and how commit is the community. Like we host like 4 tournaments right now. This Friday is the last one, and
Right.
they've been on top of it. I'm very excited to see how they will behave with this launch because it will be more accessible to join tournaments. So that would be a really cool thing to see and see how it develops.
Do you have any idea of like the scope and the scale of the tournaments that you guys are looking to run?
Well, first of all, we are currently looking to see how much people is interested in playing tournaments because I think that I wouldn't say a concern, but our main goal is to actually determine like how much people will actually be playing our tournaments and how how can we provide a better experience so we can grow this community, right?
Right.
So we're currently looking forward, as I said, to see how everything develops for these tournaments, and after that we'll be looking for better ways to get people what they want because that's what we are aiming for. As I said, we're looking to give the people a real experience or a custom experience for each person, which is something that I'm genuinely looking forward. And I think it is important that everybody has something to play, because not everyone plays the same games.
How do you see Ultra Arena within like the larger Ultra ecosystem? Because like it's a tool, right? It's a tool for Ultra, it's a tool for the players, it's a tool for people that are selling content, it's a tool for marketing. What is it a tool for us? Like what is it a driver for?
The way I see it is that we're, giving a full competitive experience within our platform, which is, as you said, a tool, but also makes it more comfortable for each individual person to just see what is in arena and say like, oh, I want to play this tournament or this tournament. So I think that implementing it within our ecosystem is such a game changer. I I don't think that there's currently a platform which actually has this kind of feature where you can download games and also play tournaments of those games,
Right.
which is what we are aiming for in the long term. So we're pretty excited to see, like, how partners also behave, how we can uh, collaborate with tournament organizers, with streamers, with influencers, all of that. So yeah, I think it's way bigger than just a marketing tool or a something that just we can use. I think a lot of people can benefit from it, and that's what we are aiming for.
Well, really, like when I think about Ultra Arena, I think of it as like a reason for people to play. Like there always has to be like a reason that you come back to a platform, right? Like if you come back to a game that you like, you come back for the community, or you come back for the new season, or you come back for like any of the myriad things that people come back for a game for. And I think Ultra Arena is interesting because of that deep integration into Ultra's client, like its platform as a whole, and of course, like because it's integrated with other stuff like uniques and like the unique marketplace where you can like win digital assets on a tournament, and then they immediately are part of that wider ecosystem. How critical do you think that is for uniques to be kind of like an incentive for players to play on Ultra?
Well, we're aiming that these sort of things like uniques and everything we have in store will grant players a greater benefit than just a trophy. Is uniques are not just trophies or something that you brag on. We want to assign each unique a purpose and something that will further compensate the dedication and all the hours that players put into a game. So as you said, tournaments are makes people want to play more, right? Because they want to get better. If they get better, they get better prices, and we want to compensate each player accordingly to their dedication, the time they spend on the game. So I think that uniques are currently mm, our biggest incentive, in the way that they're not just trophies, they're way further than that. We're planning uh, to make these uniques something that people can trade for other goods, in-game content, games, even physical prices. So the good thing about uniques is that the possibilities are limitless, and we aren't afraid of just see how we can expand on this.
I wanted to ask like how you envision that this will expand after launch. So we're gonna have betas until launch, which is August 8th, and then afterwards it's gonna launch publicly. How's that gonna work? How many tournaments are gonna be run? When are they gonna be run?
Yeah, so we're planning to run 6 tournaments after the launch. Uh, our goal is to see how much people, you know, how people are reacting to a open tournament that is, free to join, which is on our launch. Uh, for example, with the closed beta, we had a lot of issues regarding people don't having access, as you said. So we are aiming to see how much it changed when we launch. So currently we're planning to run 6 tournaments for the month of August. We learned a lot from these beta tournaments, but of course they don't say much. The way I see it is, once we launch, people will be more free to join whichever tournament they want, and also they can invite friends, right? So let's say that we also want to see, like, how many people we can drag to arena from outside of our community. That's also very important for us, and we are aiming to check on these matters. So yeah, TLDR, we are looking forward to run 6 tournaments, and obviously they are going to be bigger than the ones we host in the closed beta. So pretty excited to see how much people join these tournaments.
So, last question that I want to ask you today is what's your favorite thing about being in a tournament? Because, like, I assume that, like, you've been in a bunch of tournaments in the past, and there's all kinds of reasons, that people join tournaments. What's your favorite thing about tournaments?
I think it's the passion, feeling excited for people just competing and showing how good they are is something that it's so it fills me a lot, like I'm so glad to to see how people is good at doing something they enjoy. So yeah, I would say that's the best part for me.
Gabriel, I'm really happy that you've joined the team. I'm really excited that Ultra is launching. Thanks for your time and for your expertise.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.